What's up, y'all? It's Vehicle Master 3000 back again. But today we are not doing a vehicle review. Today, it's Christmas Eve, so I figured I might as well show y'all some Christmas decorations. So, whereas I figured we would start just like the last time I did this kind of video. We'll start with the tree. I'm not going to show the whole tree. I'm just going to kind of go around a little bit so you can see some ornaments and get an idea of what we have on this tree. This is one of my favorite ornaments right here, the Hogwarts Express. And here's our tree topper for this year. We like to do a lot of random crap on top of the tree. I mean, this year it's Christmas related, but still, we've had some weird things up there. And below the tree, you see some more ornaments now. Below the tree is the train track, but it's not doing so hot this year. It's a cool train, but it just doesn't want to work properly. The connectors are starting to break and having some problems with the tracks. So we put it up this year, but not really running it this year because kind of can't. But here's the locomotive. And the tender. So yeah, like I said, it's a cool model. It just is falling apart. Now it's on the ground because the pets knocked it off. I moved it a little bit. They didn't knock it this far, but it's not on the track because the pets knocked it off. And I'm gonna set it up so you can see it on the track, and it needs to be off the floor anyway. Okay, so this is what it's supposed to look like. Most of the train is here. The only thing that's not there is the caboose because the hitch is broken on the back car. Hang on, they also have problems making these things stay together too. They don't like staying together, but you see there's that car, there's that car. And there, yeah, that's what it looks like. So it's a cool model, looks cool, just doesn't run right. It's very unfortunate. Okay, now we're on to the decoration part of it. Like the actual, the animated animals or whatever. And this is the set of dogs that Redo Slicer I was telling you about in the comments of, I don't remember what video it was anymore, but this is that set of dogs in the dog bed that we found at the Goodwill about a month ago now. It mostly works, all the motors work, but I think this dog is broken a little bit. I don't think he's supposed to be able to move like that because this dog doesn't move like that. He does a little bit, but that's just because of the material he's made out of. But it's not the actual gearbox. And this dog, whenever his head moves side to side, he actually kind of moves up and down too. This dog doesn't do that. I think because he's broken. He's supposed to, but he doesn't. There's 4 motors in here. It takes 6 batteries to make 6 AA batteries to make this thing run. So it's pretty crazy. It's the most I've ever seen go into something like this. And this is the one I was telling you about that has the mold for a speaker inside this other dog here, this dog on the left, but there's actually no sound that comes out of it. So I don't know if it's just a mold or if there actually is supposed to be sound that comes out there and it doesn't work, but I don't think so. I think it's just a mold because, it sings the whole song through this dog. So let's press the button here.
Merry Christmas! Happy holidays! Oh, Merry Christmas! Happy holidays! We wish you a Merry Christmas! Christmas! We wish you a Merry Christmas! Happy holidays! We wish you a Merry Christmas! Smile, eat it, and a Happy New Year! Merry Christmas! We wish you a Merry Christmas! I love Christmas!
So yeah, these are pretty cool. And I'm only going to show my favorite ones. I'm not showing them all. I'm just going to show the ones that I like. Now, these guys we've had for a little while, like 3 years. But I finally got permission this year to bust them open and fix them. And I say bust them open because there were no screws holding the, the cotton piece down here or whatever it's made out of. Like there was no material holding this part down. So I had to like break the sewing and the gluing and stuff. So the bottom of this looks like there's a wreck right now. I will show that. But I was able to fix them because see, for the 3 years that we had these, they sang, but they didn't move. So I finally got permission this year to rip them open and unlock the motors, which I did that. Now the only problem I have with these right now is that actually, well, there's no fixing this, but basically these flamingos' heads are supposed to move side to side, and this one's does, but this one's is broken a little bit because basically there's a little track in there for part of the gearbox to follow that lets the head move side to side, and that's broken on this one. So the head still moves up and down, it just doesn't move side to side anymore because yeah, that part's broken. But it does work, and the only other problem I have also is I don't know if I was pulling too hard on something while I was fixing it, but the button, basically this is like the dog one a little bit, where it's like two different systems, so there's wires going in between the two. Well, I pulled the wires, or somehow pulled the wires for the button over here, so the button doesn't work anymore. All I gotta do is hook it back up but for now I have to actually touch the two wires together on this side because this one's really weird. The batteries and stuff are in this Flamingo. I think it only takes like 3 AA batteries. But this one does have 2 speakers. I don't exactly understand how they made that happen, but it's pretty cool. So there's nothing in this one except for a speaker and a motor. But let me see if I can't. And you can see that, I've like had to rip the sewing and like shred it. I had to cut it. But let me see if I can't get it to sing. I can do it with 2 hands easily, but I gotta show it with the one hand, so it's not gonna be so easy today. Come on, sing. Yeah, they need to do batteries in them. Now this one's pretty cool, but it's also kind of broke. I don't really know how to fix it. It has something to do with there's a bar up under here that's out of place. I don't really know how to tighten it back. I think if I were to open this, I think I could figure it out, but I don't feel like doing it right now. We've had it for like 2 years now. We got it at Goodwill a couple years back. It was like an after Christmas sale or something, and it was on a shelf. So I was like, "Oh, this is pretty interesting looking," and I picked it up. I wanted it just because it looked. I didn't know it was gonna play what it plays, but I found out that it did. I was like, "Oh yeah, we're keeping this." So the motor works, and the Santa Claus on it goes back and forth. But there's something wrong with the snowboard. It's not. I don't think it's supposed to look like that. It's all bent backward, but it does work. Yeah, I do have problems with the motor a little bit on this one too. So this one has motor problems. I need to get in there and like lubricate it so it doesn't always do that. Like the motor is connected, but it's like when we first got this one, it actually didn't move. I was able to like kind of reach in there in between the folds of Santa's uniform and kind of spin the motor a little bit. But realistically, what I need to do is get in there and actually lubricate it, which I don't know how to do. I don't know how to open this. I know how to open the bottom, but I don't know how to get into Santa Claus himself. So I'm gonna leave that alone. Maybe I'll try and fix the snowboard, but that's probably gonna be about it. Now this one's pretty cool. It's Santa Claus with a springy hat, like a spring hat with a jingle bell on the end. And he's supposed to spin around and sing Santa Claus is coming to town, but he's dead. I don't think it's gonna work today. Nah, it's not working. It's broken. Or not broken, he's just dead. Yeah, it ain't gonna work, but it's pretty cool looking. It's one of my favorite ones as well. Now, I don't know if I can actually press the button on this one because of copyright stuff. It's Santa Claus, and he sings My House. And he doesn't sing the original recording, but, you know, YouTube is kind of picky about that stuff. So I'm not going to press the button just in case because I don't want to get copyrighted today. But it sings My House, and he, like, dances around and stuff, like, sways his hips, and it's pretty cool. But it's one of my favorite ones just for the song. Here's his shirt. This one is like a deer or a moose or something. I don't know where we got him from. We've had him. This is one of the few that we've had since I was little. Maybe even longer than that. Maybe even before I was born. But I have no clue where this one came from. I just know it's in our bucket every year. He sings Jingle Bells.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
This one we actually have had since I was really, really young. Like, I actually remember getting this one for Christmas. It's Santa Claus in an outhouse, and he's supposed to, you know, talk and just make noise and vibrate and stuff, but it doesn't. It's missing some Christmas light since we've had it for 10 plus years. It's got all of the lights on this side, I think. You see, there's the sign there. I'm pretty sure this one doesn't work. Yeah, it's not working. Hang on, y'all.
Speech on. Zoom, 14%. Delete, dim, button, pause, button.
This is another one I have no clue where it came from, but we've had it since I was little. And he's a little chipmunk with an acorn, or a squirrel, or some animal of that species. He's got an acorn. You see, there's his big tail, his bushy tail. Stuff. He sings getting nothing for Christmas. Oh, but he doesn't actually work. I could have sworn this one actually worked. Shame, because I remember cleaning a bunch of corrosion out of this one the last time it died. Or the last time I found it, which was like 3 years ago. I think this thing was corroded pretty bad. I'm surprised it was working at that time, and now it doesn't work again, but oh well. Okay, it is a few days later now, and I wasn't trying to get this out as late as it's going to be out, but it is what it is. So it's after Christmas now. And I started this video on Christmas Eve, so anything I said before is, I mean, it's not irrelevant, but the timeline doesn't line up. So just so y'all know, it's a couple days after. But anyway, this is the next decoration that we have. It's the next to the last one that I'm going to show here. This is it's a ornament. It's a record, a model of a record player. That's I think it's the Chipmunks. I got this like 10 years ago or so, probably, as a gift, I think. But I've always liked it. I like it. We pull it out every year, but it doesn't work right now. The batteries are dead or something. Yeah, it doesn't work. Now, I like this model, like, especially now that I have a record player and I'm into records and stuff. Like, this is actually a really accurate model of a record player. So yeah, that's that one. finally we have this guy, this dog. We've had this dog for like, I don't even know how long we've had this dog. Longer, probably since I've been around, honestly. Like, we've had this for every Christmas that I can remember. I've always liked this dog. He sings jingle bells, his mouth moves, and I'll show his face. There's his mouth area so you can see that it moves. And his tail wags. And he's got a jingle bell on the end of his tail. So yeah, he's pretty cool. I gotta find a button for him. Now I know he's got a button. I pressed it. It's on his foot somewhere. Oh, there it is. It's really small. Now I know he works. He's gotta work. I think switch must be off or something. Nah, there's no way he can be dead. I pressed it this season. It works. There's no way this is dead. I literally played with it this season. Maybe the cold got to it? I don't know, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll be back on the vehicle stuff hopefully soon. Peace out.